Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Wizzite, and today's video is a Dear Daybreak talking about the recent patch on the test servers that is due to go live very soon. Before we jump into the video though, in the description box is a giveaway. Go ahead and get yourself a free weapon skin. It's fast, free, and simple, and it will take you guys a couple of seconds. Dear Daybreak, I make this video on behalf of the community who has played your game for many hours, who like the game, who love the game, how it feels, how the game looks for the most part. Now, I want to talk about the recent patch that is currently on test servers. Now, I can pretty much guarantee we all appreciate the work and effort you've put into this patch with its features, even though some of them are long overdue. However, some of them are totally unnecessary. Now, I'm going to go through some changes that I feel need to happen, and I think most of the community will also want these changes to happen. Firstly, the hit markers and their size. I honestly have no idea why they are so big. It's extremely off-putting. You know, the old hit markers were just fine. Having them this big is just seriously off-putting and makes the game feel massively unnatural. Now, other titles which have hit markers in their games are nowhere near as big as this, and everyone knows what the hit marker is there for. Honestly, the size is literally totally unnecessary. Next, yellow hit markers for armor, whether that's a helmet or a laminated or a makeshift. Now, I feel we need to get rid of the yellow hit markers for hitting a helmet or armor, because you can quite easily tell the difference between a flesh hit and an armor hit or helmet hit in the current form of hit markers, because the helmet and armor hits are thicker than the flesh hit. Also, there is the sound notifications of hitting armor and a sound notification of hitting the flesh. So I don't know why we've added in these colored hit markers for armors, like, or this yellow hit marker for armors, because you could already tell when you hit a helmet because it was thicker. So I feel like this addition or this idea is also redundant too. Now, the hit marker for the car is a bit borderline for me. I'm a little bit 50-50 with this one. Now, I could always tell at close to medium range that I was hitting a car because it would spark when the bullet landed. And, you know, if you really want to keep this hit marker in the game, you know, it's not the worst idea, but I just feel like the sound of the bullet needs to be quieter if you were to keep it in the game, and it needs to be smaller. They're just the same size as the old one. Now, I'm going to tie this one into hit markers, which is the white screen notification, which shows when your car is taking damage. Now, I definitely know when I crash into a rock or a tree, so I don't know why this is needed. The next part is the yellow notification to show you when your armor has been hit or your helmet's been hit. I just want you to remove them. Like, I think we should just keep it very simple with the red screen notification when you get hit, whether it's with body armor or a flesh hit, because, you know, when you get hit with the body armor, you still bleed. It doesn't give you initial damage, but you will start bleeding. So I just feel like we should make it simple and keep just the red notification. Get rid of the white one 100%. That is honestly not needed. I think it's more of an eyesore for people to watch when someone's streaming or a content creator like myself on YouTube. I just feel like it's a little bit off-putting. So ultimately, I feel the hit marker changes are negatively received by the community. Most of them are massively unnecessary. Maybe, just maybe, keep the car hit marker in. You know, in the worst case, you decided to keep all of the hit marker changes in the game and push them to the live servers. Please add in an option, 1, to turn the hit markers off, and 2, to make them smaller. So you give the person a personal preference whether, you know, they want them on or not. Or maybe just push an update to the test server, making them smaller. I feel like that would be good. So we can just test them out and see if we like them or not. Now, I like the current hit markers on the live servers, so I feel like there's no change needed. And I feel like these new hit markers are sort of like the cone of fire. It's in the game, but no one uses it. So just some feedback there. Now, my next thing on my list is the car speedometer and the car UI. This is honestly so honestly so unneeded. Please, simply, please get rid of it. Firstly, it looks cheap. And second of all, I'm not playing Need to Speed. There is 0 point of having this speedometer in the game. We don't need to see how fast we're going to take a corner at 30 miles per hour or anything like that. You know what I mean? We don't need a speedometer. I think adding the icons to show what's damaged is cool and all, but just like the current system, right? If a car is above 75%, the smoke is sort of like light gray, and that means the car is in decent condition. Below 50% and the smoke is like black, and you know that car is almost ready to blow up. So why not just add it in so the car sounds different when the handling is screwed, maybe below 50%, and then, you know, add the engine revving like seriously loud when the turbo screwed, maybe below 30%. Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? After a week of playing, we would understand and know at what percentages of the vehicle's health will mean what is broke and what is breaking and when it's about to break. This new UI thing isn't needed. And just a side note, I also experienced a bug where once I died in the car, the next game, the speedometer would still be on my screen for the entire game. So there's just like a little bug report in there. Now, in the worst case, you do keep the speedometer. Now, please add in again an option. 1, to turn it on and off. 2, to move it to the left of the screen, the center of the screen, or the right of the screen. I would love to keep my weapons in the bottom center of the screen. So please, could we add that in if the speedometer is